like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small.
And welcome to the Old Curmudgeon Cooking Show. That's right. We're here to talk about putting food together and making you a better person. Do I care? No. You wanted me to tell you about some cooking ideas and stuff? I'll be glad to, but I just want to be happy, and I hope you are too. And okay, let's get rid of the old voice and stuff. And yeah, I'm in my 70s, but I ain't dead. So let's get down to it because today's show is about something a lot of you have asked me about, and I want to help you with it. And sometimes I get a little crusty. I may say something that I have to block, and I'll use the face to block my language. Hey, I worked in the shipyards and I worked in mining and other places, and sometimes it just lets loose. Well, let's talk about today's show. Today's show is going to be about the keto diet and bulletproof buttered coffee, along with intermittent fasting. And some of you are going to want to go, I don't understand what that's all about, but that's okay. We'll explain it. And it's all about timing and taking fasting for a long time during the day and getting rid of your hungry. Many of you think that keto diet is alien. It's going to be so strange for you, but that's okay. Today, let's talk about the ingredients you're going to need to make this coffee. First, you need a big old cup. Obviously, I have one that I just love. Of course, it just blew up in the microwave after I did this video, but a big old cup so you can mix everything together and get the cup that you like. I don't care whether it's white or black or green or whatever, but something that you really like to mix up and you feel comfortable with because you're going to be making something you really like. So then we get into the process of uh, using cutlery and so forth. You're going to need a good knife to cut the butter, and you're going to need something to measure the coffee with. And I use a Folgers coffee. I know you can use whatever you want, but I want the crystals. I can mix it up quick. Don't give me all the Starbucks stuff. You can use whatever you want. I also use Irish butter. And why do I use Irish butter? Because I don't find anything better than that. I also use brain octane 6-MCT oil, which is cheating, potassium citrate for my cramps, and also magnesium glycinate for my cramps, which when you get older, that gets to be a problem. I also use Truvia for sweetening. I don't use sugar. I'm off of that on the keto, of course. And I use orange extract. Those other things you pour into coffee, they get all kinds of crap in them and stuff. You don't need that. I also use heavy whipping cream. Yes, you can use that in a keto diet in your coffee. It's okay. Okay, keto is not a religion. Ready whip on the top, hey, that makes it better. You'll see all that at the end. And of course, ground cinnamon. And cinnamon is good for you every day, believe it or not. You ought to have it in your diet somewhere. So, with that in mind, let's get down to directions and how to actually put this rascal together. Okay, here we go with the cooking. We've gone through all the ingredients you have to get together now. Let's get into the actual directions. Easy peasy. First, take that Irish butter, and again, if you want to use a different kind of butter, I don't care if you use lard. It's got to have fat in it. But should be butter to make buttered coffee. Cut a small pat of it, put it in the top of the cup, let it float there. You can see it. Put it in the middle of your microwave. Now, my microwave is 1200 watts, so I set it for 2.5 minutes. And when you get it all done, and of course the coffee cup is going to be hot, but you bring it out and it's a nice yellow color on top of the water. And that should tell you that all of the butter has melted. If you have a lower wattage microwave, you might have to run it longer. Then I get into adding my coffee. Now, again, mine is instant. You can use whatever you want. I don't care. Don't get on my case. I don't give a beep what you guys think about different coffees and stuff. I don't care. This is not a religion. So anyway, I put in 3 tablespoons, or I should say teaspoons, of my Folgers in there. Mix it up. We're ready to go. Then I drop in, depending on how I feel about it, my stuff for my cramps and so forth, the magnesium and potassium powders that I showed you earlier. And I add those in. Then I add the stevia in, one little packet for sweetening. Again, it's not sugar. And then I add the MCT oil. Now this is about an 8 on the carb level MCT oil. They call it cheating. I don't care. You just add a little bit, probably a teaspoon in with this. And in the middle of all this, you also want to add your flavoring. Now, everybody's different about how much orange they want to put in or whatever. You can make it whatever flavor you want to. I don't care. You make it broccoli flavored for all. I don't care. I don't give a. Just go ahead and add something in, okay? That will give it some. Don't use that bottled stuff you get at the store. It's full of all bad things. You don't want all that. I don't care if you love them. Look at the ingredients sometimes. You really want to take that? Don't do it. So anyway, you got to stir all this stuff up. And you really got to stir it really actively because a lot of these powders will set at the bottom. And so you got to stir and stir and stir and stir. I'd say a good 2 minutes of just stirring this around, stirring it around while it's hot. When that's all done and you're about ready at that point, then you can pour in enough heavy cream to bring it up maybe an inch or so. Everybody's different about how much cream they want to put in. Just do what you want to do. I just don't give beep. But add the heavy cream and it'll change the color. It'll go light on you. It'll look real nice. And start stirring that around real fast. That's when you add your whipped cream on top. And while it's moving, and there's different kind of whipped creams now. They even have a vegan low sugar one that's in a purple can, and it tastes just the same. It's good. And you add it on, and it makes this nice circle around it, crenulated. It looks like a fluffy shirt from the 70s. No, I'm not on that bench. Perfectly straight. Don't go there. I don't care. Okay, so anyway, it looks like this when you get done. Looks real professional, barista style. And you get to the end and you put some cinnamon on. Cinnamon is very good for you. Remember I mentioned that. And this sucker is ready to go. Sip on it slowly, enjoy it. Now when you get done with this, make sure to clean out the cup fairly quickly because the oils mix with the powder and it'll really bind pretty much onto the cup. You got to really get in there and clean it off and stuff before you put it in the dishwasher. It won't take it all off. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I don't care if you enjoyed it. You wanted to know what this was? Am I charging you? Do I have a book to sell in here? No. Get off my case. That's it. I'm going back to the old curmudgeon. Let's see what he's got to say at the end of the show. Hey, you wondered why I hate dragons? I told you I hate dragons. This is why they come with their doggone fire and they burn the little bit of hair I got all left on the top of my head. That's why I'm balding. I'm leaving this place. It's going to flood soon. The world's going to be in a catastrophe. I'm getting in my helicopter when the water comes. I'm leaving. Get off my lawn. Oh, I see the crowd's happy I'm leaving. Go ahead. Blah, 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 blah.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.